Good morning, class. In last lecture, we have seen the multiplication by t raised to n property in Laplace transform. So, one example is remaining for this property. So, let us see that example. So, example is Laplace transform of t square minus 3t plus 2 into sin t. So, here we can see there is a product of two terms, that is t square minus 3t plus 2, this bracket, and into sin t. So, if we multiply this sin t to this bracket, because first we have to simplify these two brackets, or we have to multiply these two terms sin t and this bracket, so that we can easily get the property. Which property? Multiplication by t raised to n property and sin at Laplace transform. So first we have to simplify these terms, that is multiply this sin t to this bracket. So we get, so this is equal to Laplace transform of, write this notation L as it is. So t square into sin t minus 3t into sin t plus 2 into sin t. So just multiply this sin t to this bracket, we get this term. So here we get three terms separately, and then we have to take the Laplace transform of this whole bracket. So that is, we have to take Laplace of each term, that is Laplace of t square sin t minus 3 as constant. So write this number outside this notation. So 3 into Laplace of t sin t plus again 2 is number or constant, take Laplace of sin t only. So here there is a, for finding Laplace transform of t square sin t, there is a product of two terms, and in that one term is your t square term or t term, that is we have to apply multiplication by t raised to n property, that is derivative property. Multiplication by t raised to n property is related to derivative property, so we have to apply this property to this term for finding Laplace transform of this t square sin t. Then again, for finding this Laplace of t sin t, again there is a product of two term t into sin t, and as t is given or t term is present in this product, so we have to again apply this t raised to n property for this t sin t Laplace transform. For third term, Laplace of sin t, we have the separate standard formula or direct Laplace transform formula, that is sin at Laplace transform. So here we have to apply t raised to n property, then for this again apply t raised to n property, and for this sin t we have to apply direct Laplace transform formula for sin at. So sin at Laplace transform is a upon s square plus a square. So sin at Laplace is this, a upon s square plus a square. Then what is the Laplace transform of sin t? Here if you compare this sin at with sin t, we get a equal to, a means the number which multiplied to t. So here there is no any number, that is nothing is multiplied to t, that is we have to take a as 1. So here for sin t Laplace we get a equal to 1 and use this Laplace transform formula. So find the t square sin t Laplace separately, or these two terms Laplace transform separately, and directly for third term we can apply sin at Laplace transform. So for Laplace of t square sin t, so for this apply this t raised to n property. So if we compare t square sin t with t raised to n ft, we get n equal to 2. Before applying any property of Laplace transform for finding the given example Laplace transform, to apply the property we have to first compare the property, LHS of property, that is this is your LHS, this is your RHS of this t raised to n property. So first compare this LHS with given example function. So t square sin t, it is in the example, and t raised to n ft, it is your LHS of this t raised to n property. So if we compare, we get n equal to 2 and ft value as sin t. So in this, for this, consider this as a separate example. So for this, if we compare these two terms, LHS and this example, so we get n equal to 2 and ft equal to sin t. So put these values in this property. So we get minus 1 raised to n value is 2, then d square by ds square of Laplace of ft. Ft value is sin t. And then simplify these terms. Minus 1 square is 1, then 2 times derivative of Laplace of sin t, and Laplace of sin t, this term is repeated in third term. So Laplace of sin t we have to find by using sin at Laplace. So a upon a square plus a square. So for sin t, here a value is 1, because sin at Laplace is this, then sin t Laplace is, for finding sin t, we have to first find a value. A value is 1, that is the number multiplied to t is 1. So that value 1 is your value of a. So for this, Laplace of sin t is a upon, that is 1 upon s square plus a square. A square means 1 square, that is 1 square is 1. So only simplification is we have to take 2 times derivative of 1 upon s square plus 1. So for finding 2 derivatives of the 1 upon s square plus 1, we have to take the derivative 1 by 1. That is, first we have to take first derivative of 1 upon s square plus 1, and whatever the answer we get, we have to take the second time derivative of that answer. That is, so first derivative or one derivative keep as it is, and we have to take one derivative or first derivative of this 1 upon s square plus 1. So one derivative write as it is, and we have to take first derivative of 1 upon s square plus 1. So this d by ds as it is, and 1 upon s square plus 1 derivative is, so for 1 upon derivative, we have this standard formula in derivative chapter, that is 1 by x derivative. 1 by x derivative is minus 1 upon x square. So in formula there is a x variable, and in Laplace transform we have the s variable throughout the examples. So if we take, instead of x, if we take 1 by s, then again we have to apply the 1 by x formula, that is 1 by s derivative is minus 1 upon s square. But in example we don't given the s only, that is only single variable. We have given, instead of s we have given s square plus 1, that is instead of s we have given other term. So for other term means we have to apply the bracketed formula. So 1 by bracket derivative is, so 1 upon bracket derivative is minus 1 upon bracket square. So this bracket formula comes from the original formula of your derivative chapter, that is 1 by x derivative is minus 1 upon x square. Instead of x, replace x by bracket. So 1 upon bracket derivative is minus 1 upon bracket square. But for bracket formula, one common term we have to multiply to this minus 1 upon bracket square. And what is that common term? Derivative of bracket. This is the common term always present in any bracket formula in derivative chapter. So apply 1 upon s square plus 1 for having 1 upon s square plus 1 derivative, apply this 1 upon bracket derivative formula. So minus 1 upon bracket square. So minus 1 upon bracket is, bracket means you can consider as b. So 1 upon b derivative is minus 1 upon b square into derivative of b. So here your b value is s square plus 1, because 1 upon b formula is this. So here we have to apply for 1 upon s square plus 1. So s square plus 1 is your b value. So put the b value here. So minus 1 upon b square, that is 1 upon minus 1 upon s square plus 1 square into derivative of b. B means upon term, denominator term. B means s square plus 1. And its derivative we have to multiply here, that is derivative of b. So s square plus 1 derivative is, s square derivative is 2s plus 1 is constant, so derivative is 0. For x square derivative, we applied formula of x square derivative. So x square derivative is 2x, so s square derivative is 2s. So simplify first, take minus 2 outside. So minus 2 d by ds of s upon s square plus 1 bracket square. So here we have taken the first derivative of 1 upon s square plus 1 by using 1 upon bracket formula. Then again we have to the d by ds notation is remaining, that is we have to take again second time derivative of this s upon s square plus 1 bracket square. So we can easily get the two derivatives or second derivative of this original function 1 upon s square plus 1. So for taking two second derivative, first we have to take the first derivative of this 1 upon s square plus 1. Whatever the derivative answer we get here, this is your first derivative answer. Again take the derivative of that answer, we get the second derivative. So for second derivative, this minus 2 keep as it is. For second derivative, s upon s square plus 1. For 1 upon derivative, we use 1 upon bracket formula. And here 1 upon term is not present, that is in numerator s is present, that is variable is present, and in denominator s square plus 1, that is again s variable is present. So here numerator is in the form of variable term and denominator is also in the form of variable term. So we have to use quotient rule. So quotient rule is, if numerator upon denominator, or you can say u by v rule. So here denominator square v square, v into derivative of u minus u into derivative of v. So this is your well-known quotient rule. So apply this for this term s upon s square plus 1 brackets. So minus 2 v square means denominator square. So already there is a square term. So again we have to take its square. So square again its square, we get s square plus 1 raised to 4. Then in numerator v as it is, that is denominator as it is, this denominator, into derivative of u, that is derivative of numerator. S derivative is 1 because x derivative is 1, so s derivative is again 1. Minus u as it is means numerator as it is, s as it is, into derivative of v, that is derivative of denominator. So denominator is s square plus 1 bracket square. So its derivative we have to multiply here, that is derivative of denominator. So this is your denominator. How to get derivative of this s square plus 1 bracket square? That is, for that we have to recall the x square derivative. X square derivative is 2x. That is variable square derivative is 2x. 2 into variable. But here instead of x, or if we take s variable here, again there is a derivative 2s. But instead of s, that is single variable square derivative is 2 into variable. But here instead of x, that is instead of single variable, we have given s square plus 1 bracket. That is we have to apply bracket square formula. And this bracket square formula comes from this original formula, x square derivative, that is 2x. So x square derivative is 2x. B square derivative is 2 into b, and these are the bracketed formulae or bracket formulae, hence we have to multiply the common term derivative of b. So here b square formula we have to apply for this s square plus 1 bracket square term. So if we compare to apply this formula, b square derivative is this, then bracket square derivative is, so here we get b value as s square plus 1. So this is your b value. Square term is there, and what is the value of b? S square plus 1. So put this b value s square plus 1 in this formula. So 2 into b, that is 2 into s square plus 1 into derivative of b. So b is s square plus 1, its derivative is s square derivative is 2s plus 1 derivative is 0, that is 2s plus 0, we get 2s. So write this derivative formula, 2 into s square plus 1 into 2s. So derivative of denominator, that is derivative of s square plus 1 bracket square, we get this derivative answer by using bracket square formula. So simplify this. For simplification, we can see here one bracket is common. We can get common and we can keep this outside. So s square plus 1 take common from numerator. So in bracket remaining terms are minus 2. One bracket we have to take outside. So we get here single bracket s square plus 1 minus s into s square, 2 into 2 4, that is minus 4s square, and this bracket we have taken outside upon s square plus 1 raised to 4. So first one bracket get cancelled from this raised to 4. So remaining term is multiply this minus 2 to this bracket. So minus 2s square minus 2 minus 4s square upon one bracket is cancelled from raised to 4 terms. So cube term remains. Again minus 2s square minus 4 minus 6s square minus 2 upon denominator as it is. So this is your answer of Laplace of t raised to n sin t. T square sin t. So this is your first term answer. Again we have to take Laplace of t sin t. So Laplace of t sin t. So apply the multiplication by t raised to n property. So if you compare t raised to n with this t, we get n equal to 1 and ft is again sin t, that is we have to multiply we have to compare this t sin t term with t raised to n of t. We get n equal to 1 and for this you can consider, for finding the Laplace transform of the second term, you can consider Laplace transform of t sin t as a separate example. So if we compare the left side of t raised to n property with this t sin t, we get n equal to 1 and again ft is here different, ft is sin t. So put these two value in the t raised to n property, we get minus 1 raised to n, that is 1, d raised to n by ds raised to n, that is d raised to 1 by ds raised to 1, that is d by ds of L of sin t. ft value is sin t. So simplify this, minus 1 raised to is minus 1, d by ds of, first we have to take, before we have to take the derivative, first find the Laplace transform of this sin t and then take the derivative. So Laplace of sin t by using sin a t Laplace is a upon a square plus a square. So sin t Laplace is 1 upon, because a value is here 1. Sin a t Laplace is a upon s square plus a square. So sin t Laplace is, for sin t Laplace we get a equal to 1. So put here a equal to 1. So we get 1 upon s square plus 1. So take derivative. So this derivative is again repeated, 1 upon s square plus 1 derivative. So d by ds of 1 upon s square plus 1 is minus 2s upon bracket square. So write as it is or copy as it is. So 1 upon s square plus 1 derivative by using 1 upon bracket formula, minus 1 upon bracket square or b square into derivative of b. So this is your b value, s square derivative is 2s plus 1 derivative is 0. So we get 2s upon s square plus 1 square. And the last sin t Laplace is, here we have taken sin t Laplace for the first term Laplace transform. So again sin t Laplace transform, this term is repeated from the first term. So sin t Laplace is 1 upon s square plus 1. So the total answer, that is required answer, is Laplace of this required example t square minus 3t into sin t is equal to, this first term answer is minus 6s square minus 2 upon s square plus 1 bracket cube, then minus 3 as it is, t sin t Laplace is this 2s upon and last is plus 2 into Laplace of sin t is 1 upon s square plus. So if we simplify, minus 6s square minus 2 upon bracket cube minus 6s upon bracket square plus 2 upon bracket. This is your final answer of this term. So here first we have multiplied sin t to this bracket, then separately we get the three terms, t square sin t sin t and sin t. For t square sin t Laplace, consider as a separate example or separate calculation and find Laplace of t square sin t by using multiplication by t raised to n property. Then again for t sin t we use t raised to n property second time, and for sin t Laplace we have the direct formula of Laplace transform, that is sin a t Laplace is a upon a square plus b square, and just we have to add this answer of these three Laplace transform, we get the final answer of the required example. So the next property, these examples are of our property name is division multiplication by t raised to n property. So the next property is Laplace transform of integrals. In this property we find the Laplace transform of integration, and integration limits are fixed, that is Laplace transform of 0 to t ft dt is equal to, the property is Laplace of ft, we have to take first Laplace of ft and just divide by s. So this is your Laplace transform of integrals or Laplace transform of function which is under integration sign. So this property is totally different from the other properties. Other properties in previous lecture we have studied as shifting property, then change of scale property, multiplication by t raised to n property, division by t property. So in these properties we can see that we have taken the Laplace transform of the given function, that is Laplace transform of ft only, and in this property we are taking Laplace transform of integration of function. So here we can easily check the examples for this property. So the example, let us see the examples of this property. This Laplace transform of integration from 0 to t ft dt is equal to Laplace of ft and just divided by s to this Laplace of ft answer. So in this, first to have the Laplace transform of integration, that is first find ft, then take its Laplace transform and then just divide by s, we get the required Laplace transform of integration. And for this type of examples the limits should be fixed from 0 to t only, no other limits, or for the other limits this property doesn't work, or we cannot apply this property for the other limits, 0 to infinity, 0 to minus infinity, or infinity to 0, etc. So this is the property just for the limits 0 to t Laplace transform. So first we have to check the Laplace transform of the integration with the limits 0 to t only. So let us see first example. So first example is find the Laplace transform of integration from 0 to t e raised to minus t cos t dt. So here for finding the Laplace transform of this integration, 0 to t limits are given, so we have to apply this property. So for having the Laplace of this integration, find first ft, and which ft? The ft is your the function which is under the integration sign, and this is your ft. So whatever the property we have to apply, for example, first compare the LHS of property with the given example. Then we get some steps to solve the examples. So here compare this left side with this, we get ft equal to e raised to minus t cos t. So put this value e raised to minus t cos t as ft in this answer. So we get Laplace of ft value is, by comparison we get e raised to minus t cos t and divide by s. So this is your answer of this Laplace of integration. So just we have to simplify this numerator. We get the final answer of the given example. So the numerator is this, you can write as equation number 1. The numerator is Laplace of e raised to minus t cos t. So consider this numerator as a separate example, and if we see, there is a product of two terms cos t and e raised to minus t, and one term is exponential function, and if exponential function is present, then we can use shifting property. So here we have to apply shifting property. So shifting property is Laplace of e raised to minus at ft equal to Laplace of ft. To find Laplace of e raised to minus at ft by shifting property, take Laplace of ft and with the substitution s equal to s plus a. So for finding this Laplace transform, this is your numerator. So we are finding this numerator separately, and to find the numerator value, that is Laplace of e raised to minus t cos t, we have to apply shifting property. So shifting property is this. We have seen many examples in previous lecture, so you can see these videos. So Laplace of e raised to minus at ft is, first take Laplace of ft and then whatever the answer we get, put in that answer the substitution as s equal to s plus a. So here apply this property to this e raised to minus t cos t. So when we apply the property, first step is comparison of given term and LHS of that property. So if we compare this e raised to minus at and ft, we get here a value as 1, e raised to minus at t, e raised to minus t. So we get a equal to 1 because there is no any number which is multiplied to t, that is a is equal to 1. We have to take a equal to 1 here, and then ft value is cos t. So put these two values in property. So we get Laplace of ft is cos t, and then substitution s equal to s plus a. A value is 1. So s plus 1. So solve this as a separate example. So simplify this. We get Laplace of cos t is, by using the standard formula of Laplace transform, Laplace of cos at is s upon s square plus a square. Laplace of cos at is s upon s square plus a square. This is your formula. So what is the Laplace of cos t? Cos at Laplace is this, then cos t is, for this a value is 1. So we get cos t Laplace is s upon s square plus 1 square, that is 1. Cos at Laplace is s upon s square plus a square. So cos t Laplace is s upon s square plus 1 because a value is here 1. So this is your cos t Laplace. Then take substitution is equal to s plus 1. So put s equal to s plus 1. So numerator becomes s plus 1 upon, replace s by s plus 1. So s plus 1 bracket square plus 1. Simplify this, s plus 1 upon, expand this square by using a plus b bracket square, a square plus twice ab, 2 into s into 1, that is 2s, plus b square, that is 1 square, 1 plus 1 as it is. So we get s plus 1 upon s square plus 2s plus 2. So this is the answer of your e raised to minus t cos t by using shifting property. So put this answer This answer is your e raised to minus t cos t Laplace transform, and this is your numerator of the main example. So put this answer in this and divide by s, we get the Laplace transform of integration. So here we get Laplace of integration 0 to t e raised to minus t cos t dt is equal to, numerator answer is s plus 1 upon s square plus 2s plus 2 dividing by s, that is multiply by 1 by s. So this is your final answer. So in this example we have seen how to solve the Laplace transform, or how to find the Laplace transform by using this property, that is Laplace transform of integration. So here Laplace transform of integration 0 to t e raised to minus t cos t dt. So for finding Laplace transform of integration we used here this property. So compare this LHS with this, we get ft equal to e raised to minus t cos t. So put that ft equal to e raised to minus t cos t in that property, Laplace of integration property, we get Laplace of e raised to minus t cos t upon s, and this is your final answer of this required example. And in final answer, numerator is we don't know the numerator value, so first find numerator value separately. So this is your numerator, Laplace of e raised to minus t cos t, and for finding the value of this numerator we have to use the shifting property. So in this example again we are using two properties, shifting property and Laplace transform of integration. So for finding numerator value, use shifting property. This is your shifting property, Laplace of e raised to minus at ft is equal to, take Laplace of ft with substitution s equal to s plus a. So for using this property, again compare this left side of this property, shifting property, this left side, and this is your numerator. So if you compare this left side of shifting property and e raised to minus t cos t term, we get e raised to minus at e raised to minus t. So we get a equal to 1 and ft value is cos t. So put these two values in property. Which property? Shifting property. So Laplace of ft, Laplace of cos t with substitution s equal to s plus a value is 1, so s plus 1. Again when we applied shifting property here, again this is the unknown term, so we have to find its Laplace transform. So Laplace of cos t, we find Laplace of cos t by using Laplace of cos at direct Laplace transform formula, s upon s square plus s square. So Laplace of cos t is s upon s square plus 1 with substitution as it is s equal to s plus 1. Put this substitution, we get this answer, and this is your answer of this numerator. And put this numerator answer to in equation 1, dividing by s, we get the final required answer of the Laplace transform of integration. So this is your example of Laplace transform of integration. Next example is Laplace of integration 0 to t e raised to t sin t by t dt. So Laplace of integration 0 to t e raised to t sin t by t dt. So in this again, for finding Laplace transform of integration, again compare this given example with the property. So property is Laplace transform of integration ft dt. So compare this LHS with this given example, we get ft equal to, ft means whatever the function inside the integration sign. So this is your inside integration sign term. So e raised to t sin t by t, this is your function which is inside the integration, and that is your ft value. So here e raised to t sin t by t. So by comparing the Laplace transform of integration property, and in that property compare this LHS with this example, we get ft equal to inside function e raised to t sin t by t. So put this ft value in the, after comparison, whatever the we get the values, ft value, a value, put these values in the property. So we get Laplace of ft, Laplace of this, and dividing by s. So this is your from RHS of property. So from LHS we get the point comparison, and from RHS we get the final answer of the given example. That is, from LHS what we get, from LHS of the given property we compare the LHS of property with the given example. Whatever the value we get, these values we have to put in the RHS of property. So this is your RHS of property. So put in that ft value, this ft value, and whatever we get the answer, that answer is your required example answer. So these are the common steps in every properties of Laplace transform. That is, first compare the LHS of property with the given example. Whatever the values we get, ft value or a value, these values we have to put in RHS of property. And when we put these values in RHS, whatever we get, that is your answer of the given example. So this is your answer of this given example, and in that example here the numerator is unknown, that is numerator value we have to find separately. So numerator is Laplace of e raised to sin t by t. So here for finding this numerator we have to use shifting property, because there are three terms, e raised to t, sin t and upon t. That is, three terms if present in given example, you can solve this as a separate example. So here there are three terms, and in these three terms if exponential function is present, then we have to use first shifting property. So here apply the shifting property. Shifting property is e raised to at ft equal to Laplace of ft with substitution s equal to s minus a. This is your shifting property. We have seen examples in previous lectures. So apply this shifting property to this numerator answer. So when we apply this property, again there are two common steps we have to apply first, that is comparison, and then substitute the values in RHS. Comparison from LHS and substitution from RHS. So this is your LHS. Compare this LHS with this term. We get e raised to at, e raised to t. So we get a equal to 1 and ft equal to sin t by t. So put this, whatever the value we get, these values we have to put in RHS. So Laplace of ft means sin t by t, and with substitution s equal to s minus 1, because a value is 1. So for finding numerator we have to apply shifting property, and to apply shifting property two steps must we have to remember, that is first comparison from LHS and substitution in the RHS. So compare this LHS with this, we get a value as 1 and ft value as sin t by t. Put these two values, after comparison whatever we get, put these values in RHS. So Laplace of ft, Laplace of sin t by t, with substitution s equal to s minus a, that is s minus 1, and this is your answer of the numerator. Again in this answer take this as equation number 1, this is equation number 2. So again in this, first we have to find Laplace of sin t by t. Laplace of sin t by t. So for equation 1 we have to find numerator, and for finding the numerator value we use shifting property, and after shifting property we applied here, there is a numerator value, numerator term which is unknown to us. So we have to find this numerator from equation number 2. So this is your numerator from equation number 2. So Laplace of sin t by t. So again find the Laplace of sin t by t. So for this, as there is a t value which is in the denominator, that is in the division form, so we have to use division by t property. So what is the division by t property? Laplace of ft by t is equal to, division by t property is related to integration. So integration from s to infinity Laplace of ft ds. This is your division by t property we have to apply here for finding this sin t by t Laplace, and this value is of your numerator in equation number 2. So integration from s to infinity. So when we apply the property, two steps are must or important, that is first comparison of LHS and substitution in RHS. So if we compare this property, this LHS of this property with this, we get here ft by t is there, and here in example we get sin t by t. So here ft value is sin t. After comparison of LHS of this division by t property with this sin t by t, we get ft equal to sin t. So put this, whatever we get after comparison, put this value in the RHS. So integration from s to infinity Laplace of ft is sin t ds. So after putting ft value sin t in this, we get this integration, and which is the RHS, and this is your answer of this sin t by t. So after applying this division by t property, we get this integration of s to infinity Laplace of sin t by t is. So solve this. So integration of s to infinity sin t Laplace is, apply sin at Laplace transform formula, which is the direct formula. So sin at Laplace is a upon s square plus a square. So sin t Laplace is, a value is 1 here. So sin t Laplace is 1 upon s square plus 1 square, that is 1 ds. Solve this integration. Before applying the integration formula, we have to first take the Laplace of sin t. So Laplace of sin t is 1 upon s square plus 1, and then take the integration. So 1 upon integration is, for that we have the direct formula 1 upon x square plus 1. So its integration formula is, integration of 1 upon x square plus 1 is tan inverse x. So 1 upon x square plus 1 integration is tan inverse s from, put the limits s to infinity. So for upper limit, tan inverse infinity is pi by 2 minus tan inverse s, put s equal to s, so we get tan inverse s. You can write as it is, or you can take the another formula for pi by 2 minus tan inverse s is, this is the standard formula, pi by 2 minus tan inverse is cot inverse s. You can write this answer, or you can write as it is as an answer. So this is pi by 2 minus tan inverse s. It is the answer of sin t by t Laplace, and this is your numerator of equation number 2. So Laplace of sin t by t answer is this. We have to put this answer in this equation number 2. So we get equation 2 is Laplace of e raised to t sin t by t is equal to Laplace of sin t by t by division by t property, answer is pi by 2 minus tan inverse s. And we have put sin t by t Laplace answer, this answer in this equation number 2. We get Laplace of sin t by t is this answer, and substitution as it is, s equal to s minus 1. This is from equation number 2. So put substitution as s equal to s minus 1, we get pi by 2 minus tan inverse s minus 1. And this is your answer of equation number 2, that is Laplace of e raised to t sin t by t. And again this is the numerator value from equation 1. So this is the answer of e raised to t sin t, that is equation number 2 answer, and this value is your numerator in equation number 1. So put this e raised to t sin t by t Laplace, this answer in equation 1. So we get the required example answer. So Laplace of, from equation 1, Laplace of required example, integration from 0 to t e raised to t sin t by t dt is equal to Laplace of e raised to t sin t by t, Laplace of e raised to sin t by t is answer is pi by 2 minus tan inverse s minus 1, and dividing by this value is this, and the numerator value is this answer, and just dividing by s as it is. So this is your answer of required example. Thank you.